Hello everybody, welcome to Smart Talk and thanks for watching this video. Here I'm Neha Full. Today I will explain you about quantitative and indefinite determiners. So have a look on this. Quantitative and indefinite. Now you think that why I use both these determiners. I told you that both are matching. So explain you that quantitative and indefinite determiners are similar, very common, are similar, and these are what these are. We can recognize it from, just look here, I write some, any, much, more, many, little, a little, and the little, I include here few and a few, the few. I also add here less, fewer, whole, enough, etc. So quantitative and indefinite determiners are similar, and we can recognize it from what? We can recognize it from some, any, much, more, many, little, a little, the little, few, a few, the few, and the remaining are less, fewer, whole, and enough. You are very familiar from these, but you have to utilize it in determiners. So very first I explain you about some and any. In your daily life you just have to use some and any, and you're very familiar with these talkings about some and any. But what is the exact definition and difference between some and any? So let's watch here. I give you example about some and any. So very first, what is sum, where we can utilize sum? So sum and any means a certain number. It means that we are talking about a certain number or amount. Very first, the meaning is that a certain number or amount, and I added here they can be used where they can be used with plural or uncountable nouns. So here I write they can be used with plural or countable nouns. So just remember that why I use here. it means plural. So here, when you are talking about plural, just remember that in the last lessons I explained you that we just have to use here uncountable. It stands for uncountable. So you just write here uncountable manner. So this is the exact definition of some and any. Now I explain you with using some examples. So the examples are here I write about some and any. So look at this table where we can use some and where any. Very first I write here in affirmative sentences, means you can use some in any affirmative sentences, just like I have some doubts about your decision. About your decision. And the second term is, it is also used in questions, in questionnaires. When you're talking about questions, it means that you just have to use here some, like yes is expected as answer. Just like did, we can start it from did some of you hear the bell. So this is about some. In affirmative sentences, I write here I have some doubts. It means that very first you can recognize that this is a sentence which is affirmative. Okay, so I have some doubts about your decision. That's why I use here some, not any. Means she has various doubts. I have some doubts about your decision. And in second, I write here in questions, in interrogative sentences where yes is expected as answer. It means that its reply must be in positive manner. So here I write, did some of you hear the bell? So here this is a question and its answer may be in yes. So here you can use some. And in any, you can use any in negative sentences. Okay, in negative sentences you can utilize any. So look here, I write some words just like never, badly, hardly. So these are utilized in negative sentences: never, badly, hardly, and scarcely, rarely, or You can also write here fail, deny. It means that these are utilized as negative sentences. Words like never, badly, hardly, scarcely, rarely, fail and deny. So have a look on this example. I write here, I have hardly any knowledge. Okay, any knowledge of her activities, and with some questions you can write here, do you have any better idea? Okay, so friends, I'm talking about any. I have hardly any knowledge of her activities. So here I utilize the term hardly, so it is counted as negative sentences. That reply must be in negative form. So here I write, I have hardly any knowledge, means little knowledge, little amount of knowledge of her activities. That's why I use here any, not some. Clear, friends? So now I write here in some questions. You can use any in some questions. That reply must be in negative form. Just like I write here, do you have any better idea? It means very first it is a question. Okay, so here do you have any, I utilize here any. Do you have any idea, better idea? So it is in the form of a question and its reply if must be in negative form. If its answer is, do you have any better idea? No, I have not. Okay, so this is about some and any. In affirmative sentences you can utilize some, and in questions you just have to look according to the sentence whether it is in yes. So both are different. When you're talking about affirmative you utilize some, and when you are talking about negative sentences you just utilize any. And look here, I write here some questions. In some its reply is in positive manner, and in any its reply is in negative manner. So I hope you understand all these terms very perfectly. So goodbye for the time. I will meet you in the next lesson with some huge knowledge. Bye bye.